Meghan Markle, of course, may be casting her eye looking towards Miss Harris, Kamala Harris, of course, trying to get some projects and profile from her. She has a bigger problem. And the bigger problem is really this. Her deal, her story, her source, whatever you want to call it, simply isn't worth as much as she first thought. And this is proving rather tricky for the former cable TV actress. As ever, let me explain. Hi, how are you? You all right? Thank you so much as ever for your time today. Nice to see you. You see this here? Nice bit of Parliament, you see. Little bit dusky at the minute, yeah. Not bright. It's not bad, is it? You know what I mean? Not bad weather, I suppose. Are you having a good day? Are you? I know. I've got a bit of a craving at the moment for those Karamak bars. Apparently they're bringing limited editions back. Love Karamak. Do you remember it? Yeah, never as nice though, is it, when you get it? Who remembers Cadbury's 5 centres? Oh, gosh, I'm setting myself off now. I'll be wanting chocolate. Better stop. It's never a good sign, is it? Back as ever to your royal story of the day. Now, really, Meghan Markle is in the last chance saloon. There's no two ways about it. Nobody gives a fig, of course, about the cooking show on Netflix. Even Netflix are literally underwhelmed, as it were, because if they were really excited about this, we would have seen a lot of pre-publicity now. I think they've shot their bolt in terms of exactly what people want. The polo show sounds incredibly dull, don't you think? Whichever way you look at it. I'm sure if you play polo and you're wealthy enough and all that sort of stuff, perhaps you'll tune in. But really, as a worldwide interest on a major streaming site, that's the best you can do out of the 7 projects that you've allegedly come up with that you can't wait to share with the world. Well, here's the deal as well. You see, Meghan Markle's always threatening things, always threatening to do stuff, threatening to do jam, dog biscuits, wine, you name it, There's always a new idea around the corner. But one of the things that she always thought was going to be very good and profitable for her was her memoir. And some people might suggest it might have been, it could be, etc. But you see, the bigger problem that Meghan has is that there's so many tissue of lies come out of all the interviews and all the misdemeanors and the fake things and stuff. Publishers now are very weary because obviously with Prince Harry having recollections may vary regarding the Taliban stuff and stuff like that. Where do you go? How much are publishers willing to pay? But there is one thing that they would really like from Meghan. They believe that this is a major selling point in her story if she wants to put a memoir together. And apparently she's kept notes for years. If you remember when she was leaving Frogmore, apparently she found a notebook and it was full of so many memories. Yes, you see what I'm saying? Always teasing. But the bottom line is, any publisher, and her agents have been told this at William Morris Endeavour, would have to cover her whole life. And the area of her life that she doesn't want to highlight is, of course, the marriage to the director-producer Trevor Engelson. Now, Trevor has been respectfully very gentlemanly about his time with Meghan. Some say he never quite got over it, and, of course, the reaction and basically the rejection that she poured upon him. But you see, publishers would like her version of events if you want their top dollar. And by top dollar, somebody like Meghan Markle would want to eclipse the money that Penguin Random House were offering to Prince Harry for his book Spare. She feels she's got a bigger story, wrong side of the tracks, and of course, how do you get next to Her Majesty the Queen on a big event? You see how this works. The problem you have is simply this. If Meghan doesn't want to reveal all in this memoir, which some are suggesting she's not too keen on, what do you actually have left? And without any concrete backup or proof of conversations, chats with Catherine, the Princess of Wales, His Majesty the King, who truly was going to believe her? What they're really looking for is the insight into how she went from marrying a Hollywood director to landing into Suits, and then, of course, moving into the British monarchy. But Meghan really just wants to pick it up from her time in the British monarchy. And oddly enough, they're not ready to open their checkbook for that. Interesting, isn't it? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.